Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our English podcast. We're very happy you're here today. Today, we will learn why 2026 is your year. Welcome to 2026. Every year, we have a choice. We can stay the same, or we can transform. Why is 2026 special? It is special because the world is more connected than ever before. In the past, learning a language required expensive books or traveling to a different country. Today, the world is in your hands. 2026 is your year because you have realized that English is not just a subject in school, it is a tool. It is a key. Imagine holding a key that can open 1,000,000 doors. Those doors lead to better jobs, international friends, and a deeper understanding of global culture. This year, you are not just a student, you are a global citizen. The evolution of technology. In 2026, technology has made learning natural. We now have artificial intelligence that can talk to us like a friend. We have high-speed internet that connects us to teachers in London, New York, or Sydney in 1 second. You no longer have to study alone. In 2026, you can practice speaking at 2 a.m. or 2 p.m. You can find communities of people who share your passion. The barriers are gone. The only thing left is your commitment. This year, the tools are perfect. The question is, will you use them? The shift in mindset. Why will you succeed in 2026 when you might have struggled before? Because this year, we are changing your mindset. In previous years, you might have been afraid of making mistakes. You were worried about your grammar. But in 2026, we focus on communication, not perfection. Repeat after me. My mistakes are my teachers. When you say a word wrong, you are learning. When you forget a verb, you are growing. This year, you will give yourself permission to be a beginner. A beginner is a hero who has started a journey. 2026 is the year you stop being afraid and start being curious. Economic and career opportunities. The world economy in 2026 moves fast. Remote work is now the standard. You can live in your hometown and work for a company in California or Dubai. But there is one requirement: English. English is the language of the internet, the language of business, and the language of innovation. By choosing to master English this year, you are giving yourself a massive promotion. You are increasing your value. Think about your family, your future, and your dreams. 2026 is the year you build the bridge to those dreams. Personal growth and confidence. Beyond jobs and technology, 2026 is about you. Learning a new language changes your brain. It makes you more creative. It makes you more patient. When you can finally understand a movie without subtitles, or when you can explain your feelings in English, you will feel a surge of confidence. That confidence will spread to other parts of your life. You will feel stronger. You will feel more capable. This is the year you discover a new version of yourself, an English-speaking version. The core philosophy: consistency over intensity. The trap of intensity. Let us talk about a common mistake. Many students start their English journey with a lot of energy. They study for 5 hours on the first day. They buy 10 new books. They watch 5 movies in English. This is what we call intensity. Intensity feels good at the beginning. It makes you feel like you are doing a lot of work. But there's a problem. Intensity is hard to maintain. After 3 days, you feel tired. After 1 week, you feel bored. After 2 weeks, you stop. This is why many people fail. They try to run a marathon as if it were a short race. In 2026, we are going to change this. We are moving away from intensity and moving toward consistency. The power of small steps. What is consistency? Consistency means doing something small every single day without fail. Imagine a drop of water falling on a rock. One drop does nothing. But if that drop falls every day for months and years, it can break the hardest stone. Your brain works the same way. If you study for only 15 minutes every day, your brain stays familiar with the language. It does not forget. When you study 15 minutes a day, you are building a habit. A habit is something you do automatically, like brushing your teeth. Once English becomes a habit, you no longer need motivation to study. You just do it because it is part of who you are. The science of learning. Scientists have studied how the human brain learns. They found something called the spacing effect. This means our brains learn better when we spread our study sessions out over time. If you learn 10 new words today and never look at them again, you will forget them by tomorrow. But if you look at those 10 words for 2 minutes every day for a week, they will stay in your memory forever. Consistency allows your brain to move information from the short-term box to the long-term box. In 2026, we want your English to be permanent, not temporary. How to build your consistent routine. You might ask, how do I stay consistent? Here is the secret. Make it easy. Step 1. Choose a time. Maybe it is when you wake up, or during your lunch break, or before you go to bed. Step 2. Choose an activity you enjoy. If you hate grammar books, don't use them. If you love music, listen to English songs and read the lyrics. Step 3. Never miss 2 days in a row. Missing 1 day is a mistake. Missing 2 days is the start of a new habit, a bad habit. Even if you are busy, even if you are tired, tell yourself, I will just listen to 1 minute of English today. Usually, once you start, you will do more, but the goal is to just start. Comparing the two paths. Let us compare two students, Student A and Student B. Student A is intense. He studies 10 hours every Sunday, but from Monday to Saturday, he's too busy. He doesn't hear a single word of English. By next Sunday, he has forgotten 80% of what he learned. He feels frustrated and eventually quits. Student B is consistent. She studies only 20 minutes every morning while drinking coffee. She listens to an English podcast while commuting to work. She does this every day. By the end of the month, she has practiced for 10 hours, but her brain has been active in English for 30 days straight. Who do you think will speak better English in December 2026? Of course, it is Student B. Success is the sum of small efforts, repeated day in and day out. Quarter 1, January to March, Building the Foundation. The importance of the foundation. Welcome to the first quarter of your 2026 journey, January, February, and March. Think of these 3 months as the foundation of a building. If the foundation is weak, the house will fall. But if the foundation is strong, you can build a skyscraper. In these first 90 days, we are not going to focus on speaking fast. We are not going to focus on difficult business English. Instead, we are going to focus on input. To speak well, you must first listen well. You cannot give out what you have not taken in. Your brain needs to get used to the sounds, the rhythm, and the music of the English language. January, the month of immersion. January is your starting point. This month, your only goal is to immerse yourself. Surround yourself with English. Change your phone's language settings to English. Follow English-speaking creators on social media. During the first 31 days, focus on the top 1,000 most common words. Did you know that in daily life, native speakers use only a small number of words? If you master these 1,000 words, you will understand almost 70% of what you hear. Action plan for January? Listen to 15 minutes of easy English every morning. Do not worry if you don't understand everything. You are training your ears. Your ears need to recognize where one word ends and another word begins. Now we enter February. You have spent a month listening. Now let's look at the structure. We call this the logic of English. Many people hate grammar, but grammar is just a map. In February, do not study complex grammar rules. Focus only on the big three. The present tense, talking about your life now. The past tense, talking about your memories. The future tense, talking about your plans. If you can master these three, you can communicate almost anything. Spend this month building simple sentences. Instead of saying, I go, learn to say, I am going or I went. This is the month of building clarity. Slow down. Think about the structure. Be patient with yourself. March. Active listening and vocabulary. March is the final month of the first quarter. This is the month of active listening. In January, you listened passively. In March, you listen with a pen and a notebook. When you listen to a video like this, try to catch 3 new words. Stop the video, write them down, find their meaning. Then try to use those words in a simple sentence. The phrase technique. In March, stop learning single words. Start learning phrases. For example, don't just learn the word decision. Learn the phrase make a decision. This will help you sound more natural when you eventually start speaking. By the end of March, your brain will no longer feel shocked when it hears English. It will feel like a friend coming home. Overcoming the silent period. Many students feel frustrated in March. They say, I have studied for 3 months, but I still cannot speak fluently. This is normal. This is called the silent period. Children go through this when they learn their first language. They listen for a long time before they say their first word. Do not force yourself to speak perfectly yet. You are still building the foundation. Respect the process. You are filling your internal English tank. Once the tank is full, the words will flow out naturally in the next quarter. Summary of Quarter 1. Let's review your foundation for 2026. January, you trained your ears and learned common words. February, you learned the map of the language, the basic tenses. March, you started active listening and learning phrases. If you have done these things, you have completed the hardest part. You have started. Most people quit in January. If you are still here in March, you are already ahead of 90% of other learners. You are ready for Quarter 2. Quarter 2, April to June. Developing your voice. Welcome to the second quarter of 2026. You have spent the last 3 months building your foundation. You have listened, you have learned the basic grammar, and your ears are now familiar with the English language. Now, it is time for the most exciting part of the journey, developing your voice. In April, May, and June, we shift our focus from just hearing to producing. This is the stage where you start to transform from a listener into a speaker. Do not be afraid. Your voice is unique, and your English doesn't have to be perfect to be beautiful. April, the shadowing technique. In April, we use a very powerful method called shadowing. Shadowing is like being a shadow of a native speaker. You listen to a sentence and you repeat it immediately, almost at the same time. Why shadowing? It helps you with your prosody. Prosody is the rhythm, the stress, and the intonation of English. English is a musical language. Some parts of a sentence are fast and some are slow. How to do it? Take a small clip from this video, listen to one sentence, pause, repeat it exactly like I said it. Copy my emotion, copy my speed, copy my pauses. Spend April doing this for 10 minutes every day. You are training the muscles in your mouth to move in new ways. Speaking English is like a physical workout for your tongue and lips. Practice until it feels natural. May, thinking in English. In May, we go deeper. We start thinking in English. Many students struggle because they translate in their heads. They think in their mother tongue, translate to English, and then speak. This makes you slow and hesitant. To stop translating, you must start naming your world in English. When you wake up, say to yourself, I am waking up now. I am going to the kitchen. I want a cup of tea. When you are walking on the street, describe what you see. That is a blue car. The sun is very bright today. People are walking fast. By doing this, you are building a direct connection between your brain and your English words. You are cutting out the middleman, the translation. By the end of May, you will notice that simple sentences come to your mind automatically. June, short conversations and recording. June is the month of self-correction. This is when you start talking to yourself or a partner for 2 to 5 minutes. The recording challenge. Take your phone, open the voice recorder, talk about your day for 2 minutes in English. Then listen to the recording. What to listen for? Do not look for every mistake. Just listen to your flow. Are you pausing too much? Are you pronouncing the S or ED endings correctly? Repeat. Record the same story again. You will notice that the second time is much better than the first. This month, you can also start using AI tools or language exchange apps. Try to have one 5-minute conversation with a real person or an AI bot every day. Your goal in June is not to be a professor. It is to be understood. If you can order a coffee or explain your hobby, you are winning. Overcoming the fear of mistakes. As you develop your voice in this quarter, you will make many mistakes. You might use he instead of she, or you might forget the past tense of buy. Listen carefully. Mistakes are the price of progress. Every time you make a mistake and correct it, your brain becomes stronger. In 2026, we don't laugh at mistakes, we celebrate them because they mean you are speaking. If you don't make mistakes, it means you aren't trying hard enough. Be loud, be proud, and be okay with being imperfect. Quarter 2 review. By the end of June, you have reached the halfway point of the year. In April, you mastered the rhythm through shadowing. In May, you started thinking in English and stopped translating. In June, you recorded your voice and started real conversations. You are no longer just a student, you are an English speaker. Your voice is getting stronger every day. Take a moment to be proud of yourself. You are doing something amazing. Quarter 3, July through September. Congratulations, you have reached the third quarter of 2026, July, August, and September. If the first half of the year was about building the car and learning to drive, this half is about going on a long road trip. In Quarter 3, we move away from textbooks and simple lessons. We're going to dive into the deep ocean of English. We call this immersion. Immersion means surrounding yourself with the language so much that your brain begins to treat English like your native language. This is where you stop being a student and start being a user of English. July, the world of entertainment. In July, your homework is simple. Have fun. We are going to use movies, TV shows, and YouTube. The subtitle strategy. Many people watch with subtitles in their own language. This is a mistake in 2026. In July, you must switch to English subtitles. When you hear the word and see the word at the same time, your brain connects the sound to the spelling. Active watching. Don't just sit and watch. If a character says a cool phrase like, "It's not my cup of tea," write it down. Pause the movie. Say it out loud. Genre variety. Don't just watch one thing. Watch a romantic movie for natural conversation, a documentary for formal facts, and a cartoon for simple, clear vocabulary. August, the power of podcasts. August is the month of audio immersion. Podcasts are wonderful because they don't have visuals. You have to rely 100% on your ears. This is high-level listening. Listen while doing. The beauty of podcasts is that you can listen while cooking, cleaning, or walking. You are turning dead time into learning time. Different accents. In August, try to listen to different accents. Listen to an American speaker, then a British speaker, then an Australian. The world is full of different English sounds. In 2026, you need to understand everyone, not just people who sound like your textbook. Podcast recommendation. Start with English Learning for Curious Minds, or 6-Minute English by the BBC. These are designed for your level. September, reading for pleasure. In September, we focus on the written word, but not grammar books. We focus on extensive reading. This means reading long texts for pleasure. What to read? Find graded readers. These are famous books rewritten for English learners. If you like mystery, read Sherlock Holmes. If you like personal growth, read Atomic Habits in simple English. The rule of 5. If a page has more than 5 words you don't know, the book is too hard. Find something easier. You should be able to understand the story even if you don't know every single word. The goal. Reading helps you see how professional writers connect ideas. It improves your writing and your speaking naturally. By the end of September, your vocabulary will have expanded by hundreds of new words. Creating an English bubble. To succeed in Q3, you must create an English bubble around your life. Talk to your AI assistant, like me, in English only. Search for your recipes in English. If you are curious about the news, read it on an English news site. The goal is to make English your default language. When you are tired, you might want to go back to your native language. That is okay. But try to stay in the bubble for at least 4 hours every day. In 2026, the internet makes this easy. You are only 1 click away from London or New York. Q3 review. As September ends, look how far you have come. In July, you turned movies into classrooms. In August, you trained your ears to understand complex audio. In September, you discovered the joy of reading. You are now more comfortable with English than ever before. You don't panic when you hear a fast speaker. You don't feel lost when you read a long article. You are ready for the final climb. You are ready for Q4. October, mastery of nuance. In October, we focus on nuance. Nuance is the difference between saying, "I am happy," and "I am over the moon." Native speakers use idioms and phrasal verbs to express deep emotions. Phrasal verbs, these are the most difficult part for many. Words like carry on, break down, or get over. In October, pick 2 phrasal verbs a day. Don't just learn the meaning, learn the situation. Idioms. Start using simple idioms. Instead of saying, "It's very easy," say, "It's a piece of cake." This makes your English sound natural and less like a textbook. The goal? To express complex emotions. Can you explain your dreams? Can you argue your opinion in a debate? October is the month to push your boundaries. November, public speaking and socializing. November is the month of connection. Language is a social tool. If you don't use it with people, it stays dry. The 2-minute speech. Every day in November, pick a random topic like climate change, my favorite childhood memory, or the future of AI. Set a timer for 2 minutes and speak without stopping. Record it. Notice how your ums and ahs decrease as the days go by. Language communities. Join an online speaking club or a local meetup. In 2026, there are thousands of groups where people practice together. Listen and respond. Practice not just speaking, but responding. When someone asks a question, try to give a long, detailed answer instead of just yes or no. Expand your thoughts. December. Review, reflect, and celebrate. We have reached December, the final month of 2026. This month is about reflection. Look back. Go back to the recordings you made in June. Listen to them. Then record the same topic again today. You will be shocked. You will hear a different person. You will see that the person in December is faster, clearer, and more confident than the person in June. The final polish. Fix any remaining small errors. Is your pronunciation of the letter R correct? Are you using articles, a, an, and the properly? Celebrate. You have done what most people only dream of. You have mastered a global language. In December, watch your favorite English movie one last time. This time, without any subtitles. Enjoy the feeling of understanding everything. You have earned it. Final message. English is a lifestyle. As 2026 comes to an end, remember one thing. Learning a language never truly stops. But after this year, it will no longer feel like study. It will be your lifestyle. You will read English books because you enjoy them. You will make friends from other countries because you can. You will apply for that global job because you have the skills. 2026 was the year you built the bridge. Now, in 2027 and beyond, you get to walk across it and explore the whole world. Thank you for staying with this plan. Thank you for believing in yourself. Your journey has just begun.